More than 2 decades after Shannon Siders disappeared after a night out with friends, 2 brothers have been found guilty in her murder. A jury found Matthew Jones guilty of first-degree murder and his brother Paul Jones guilty of second-degree murder. Tonight, that victim's father is talking with 24-hour News 8's Tom Hillen as he's been waiting all this time for justice. Tom is with us in studio tonight. Tom, good evening.
Well, good evening to you, Leon. Bob Siders says this has been 26 years in the making, and there is some relief in knowing 2 people will finally be punished for what they did to his daughter all those years ago.
You know, everybody says closure. It's not closure. There's no, because it doesn't bring Shannon back. Nothing brings Shannon back. It's just justice. It's the right thing. Shannon can finally rest in peace now, and the family can go on, but it doesn't really change anything, except these guys are going to now pay for what they did 26 years ago.
Pink ribbons adorn the trees and power poles of the street Shannon Siders once called home, and pink roses have been placed at the foot of her grave. All there after the verdict came down Friday. A verdict Shannon's dad has waited 26 years to hear.
Does it ever get easier?
No. No, time changes it a little bit. I used to go to the funeral or the cemetery almost every day. I don't go up as often now. I go up to see her. But, well, I'm never going to have any grandchildren. I should have possibly even great-grandchildren by now. But that's not going to happen. But, no, it changes you. It doesn't get easier, but it doesn't get harder either.
Siders went missing in July of 1989 when she didn't come home from a party. 3 months she was missing. Then one day, her body was found in the Manistee National Forest. The story of her disappearance dominated the headlines for those months, much like they have recently for the disappearance of Jessica Herringa, a family Siders says he's thought of often.
I don't want to have Jessica's parents or the family lose hope, but I'm sure that they in their heart know Jessica's probably gone. Before Shannon was found, I assumed that, because it was the only thing that was still logical.
Herringa was abducted from a Norton Shores gas station in 2011. She's still missing. Siders' body was found when a hunter found it. Her dad says he thought that might be how the Herringa story played out.
Whatever happened to Jessica, either she's not in this area or she's buried. And that's the one mistake the Jones boys made, is they didn't bury Shannon.
Siders says after the verdict came down, he along with family and friends went to Shannon's final resting place, where he had been able to bury his daughter.
This isn't a celebration. That's not what it's about. And it's not a funeral. She's had a funeral. This is just the fact that the right thing has happened. We finally got justice. Now Shannon can go home.
The Jones brothers are scheduled to be sentenced on June 16th. Matt Jones' conviction carries a mandatory sentence of life in prison. Paul's carries a sentence of up to life. We'll, of course, let you know what happens in June. Leon.